Learn smarter. Remember longer. The Japanese secret. The lamp flickers. A cup of coffee grows cold beside your notebook. You have been studying for hours, your eyes tracing every line of your English book. The words blur together. Tomorrow you will forget 70% of what you worked so hard to learn. You sigh and whisper, "Maybe I am just not good at learning languages." But that is not true. You are not lazy. You are simply fighting your brain in the wrong way. The human brain was never built to store endless information without purpose. It keeps what feels alive. It erases what feels forgotten. The problem is not your willpower. The problem is rhythm. I am Lydia, and this is Learn English Listening. Here, we learn less, remember more, and live better. Tonight, I want to share a story that changed how I learn everything. It comes from Japan, a place where learning feels like meditation. Students there do not chase after time. They walk with it. They remember for life because they learn with rhythm, not pressure. Before we begin, I want to know something from you. Which city are you joining us from, and what hour is it there? Are you studying late again tonight? Take a breath. Release the guilt of all those hours that slipped away. You are not broken. You only need a better way to remember. Let us begin the journey together. I remember my university years. My notebooks were glowing in yellow from highlighters. Every sentence looked important. Every page was beautiful. But when the exam came, my mind was empty. It was like writing words on water. Science calls this the forgetting curve. Your memory fades quickly when it is not used. Within one day, most information is gone. Within 1 week, almost all of it disappears. It is not because you are careless. It is because your brain wants to make space for what it thinks is useful. Your memory is like sand at the edge of the sea. If you do not shape it, every wave washes it away. So how did Japanese students manage to remember more than 2,000 kanji characters for life? Not by studying harder, by studying smarter. They discovered that memory has rhythm. It breathes in learning and breathes out recall. They learned to dance with the rhythm instead of fighting it. In small classrooms across Japan, students sit quietly. They write each character again and again, not as a task, but as a calm ritual. Each stroke becomes a prayer of patience. The world thinks they study endlessly. The truth is, they study wisely. They repeat, pause, and return just before forgetting. Their learning is not a race. It is a rhythm of returning. Have you ever studied something so hard only to forget it all during the test? You felt angry, maybe even ashamed, but now you know it was never your fault. You were only using the wrong rhythm. Let us uncover 5 Japanese secrets that can help you remember English forever. They will not take more time. They will only take more awareness. The first secret is active recall, or what I call the samurai mind. Every time you try to remember an English word without looking at your notes, your brain sharpens like a sword. It hurts at first, but the struggle itself builds strength. Close your book. Try to recall 3 English phrases you learned yesterday. Did they come back quickly or slowly? That tiny effort is your mental training. The second secret is Kumon, or the mountain path. Imagine learning English as climbing a long trail. Do not rush to the top. Take 1 step each day. Learn 10 words today. Review them tomorrow. Step by step, you will find yourself far ahead without exhaustion. The third secret is spaced repetition, or the watering schedule. Memory is a garden. If you pour too much water once and leave it for days, it dies. But if you water it a little at the right time, it grows strong. Review your notes after 1 day, then 3, then 7. That rhythm keeps your knowledge alive. The fourth secret is Kaizen, or 1% better. You do not need big change. You need small progress. One new word, one clear sentence. Over time, these tiny moments become a mountain of confidence. The fifth secret is Zanshin, or the still mind. When you study, be fully there. Turn off the phone. Close other tabs. For 15 minutes, give your attention to your goal. In that stillness, your brain opens like calm water reflecting the moon. Which of these 5 secrets will you try first? Tell me below. I want to know what speaks to you most, because learning is not about pressure. It is about presence. And when you learn with presence, memory becomes peace. In Japan, even a child writing one single character each morning understands something powerful. Growth is not built in one leap. It comes from the quiet rhythm of small steps. I once visited a Japanese classroom. The students were silent. Their pencils moved slowly, line by line. No one rushed. Yet each page looked more confident than the last. Imagine this week. You write 5 new English phrases in your notebook. You say them aloud. The next morning, you read them again. 3 days later, you review them once more. 1 week passes. You still remember all 5. This is the moment you realize learning is not about time. It is about rhythm. When I began using this method, something changed. My English students stopped fearing memory. They began trusting it. One of them said, "Lydia, it finally stays." That is the magic of rhythm. It does not demand long hours. It only asks you to return. There are 3 English phrases I want you to keep from today. The first is stick with it. It means stay consistent even when you feel tired. The second is learn the ropes. It means start small, practice, and slowly master what you once feared. The third is pay off. It means your effort will bring results if you stay with the rhythm. If tomorrow gave you a fresh start, what one habit would you rebuild for your English learning? Would it be 10 minutes of reading? Would it be saying one phrase aloud every morning? Do not underestimate small actions. Even a drop of water, when it falls every day, can carve through stone. So can your persistence carve new pathways in your brain. Every small return is a promise to your future self. You have worked hard enough. Now it is time to work wisely. Learning English is not a race to the finish line. It is a quiet garden growing inside your mind. Each new word is a leaf. Each review is a drop of rain. When you study, try to feel calm. Sit near a window. Let the soft sounds of life around you remind you that learning is not punishment. It is growth. Imagine rain tapping lightly outside while you review a few notes. That sound becomes part of your memory. Here is something you can do tonight. Take 1 blank page. Write everything you can remember from this video. Do not look back until you are done. Then compare what you wrote to your notes. You will see how much your brain already knows. That small act of recall is your first step into the samurai mind. When learning becomes peaceful, memory becomes permanent. The Japanese call this harmony of heart and action. It means you remember better because you are no longer afraid. You are calm, focused, and aware. Let your study time become your quiet time. It is not only about mastering words. It is about mastering patience. Night falls over Tokyo. A student closes her notebook and smiles. She studied only 15 minutes, but she will remember for a lifetime. The room is silent. Outside, the city glows. Inside, her mind glows brighter. You can be that student. You do not need 10 hours a day. You only need 1 hour of focus, one habit of patience, one moment of calm. At this moment, you stand between rushing and remembering. Which path will you take? I hope you choose presence, because presence makes practice powerful. If this message gave you peace and clarity, share it with one friend who is tired of studying and forgetting. Subscribe so we can keep learning together, one mindful step at a time. Before you go, write one English phrase you will start repeating today. Come back next week and tell me if it stayed in your mind. I will be reading every comment. You do not have to fight your memory anymore. You only have to walk with it. And when you walk with your learning, every step stays with you.